page, for example, and I think I just want to go for a blank one, but I'll keep it private for the moment and I'll create a page. I'll give it the title documentation. I may then change the image, and I'll go to Site and I'll go to Documents and I'll go to Photos where my images are. The image I want to choose is image 5, so I'll select that. Happy with that focal point. Do want to click on it though and change it from overlap to image and text. I do want to go into edit this web part and put some text above. I do want to show a published date. And that's pretty much my title area done. So I'll close that. Now in this one section that I've got, I'm going to probably delete this text box and instead add a web part, which is a document library. From here it says select a document library to add, so I'll go to Documents. If I then turn around and save as a draft, what I've got is a page where they can actually go into certain folders and open up certain files. In fact, they've got a toolbar here where they can download, they can copy links, they can share, they can upload files and create new folders. If I go back into Edit and I click on the document library, I can actually edit this web part. In here, I can say exactly which document library I want to work with, which is my Documents folder. And then do I want to see all documents? Yes, I do. And do I want to see a particular folder? Actually, yes, I do. I want them to see just the documentation files folder. I also want to see as medium, but I can choose small or large. About 15 items is fine. Show the command bar, yes. Show the option C, all, yes. And apply. And so that takes me directly to that folder. I'll close that particular pane. I'll save it as a draft. And what I've got now is an immediate access to the files that are in the documentation files folder. So you can create document libraries and allow them to then have access to not a particular file, but a collection of files. Now let's add this page to our home page. I'm going to go to my home page. I'm going to go to Edit. I have a hero here, but it's only got 3 layers, and now I need a 4th layer. So I click somewhere on the hero and I change 3 layers to 4 layers, with 5 being my maximum. Here's my 4th layer here, so now I'm going to select a link, and I'm going to link this to the documentation page we just made. I might go to Site, I might go to Documents, and I'm going back to here, and I'm going to Site Pages and choose Documentation. That's what I want to link to, and select. It immediately pulls through the title area picture that I chose, and that's great. I can now click here and go into edit this web part. The link is already established, but what I need to do is give it the title. Documentation is fine. The description. So there's my description. I can supply a background image, but I'm happy with that. If I go into options, I can say, yes, I do want to see call out text, and I also want a topic heading, but instead of the word topic, let's put resources. So resources appears as the text above my title, then my description, and my call to action is access our document library. I need to create a link here to that particular page. So I'll dive off to here. I will unselect this page. I will choose my documentation page. I'll hit the 3 dots and I want to copy a link. So it's taken a copy. I jump back to here and I paste it into here. I'll close this option. I'll save it as a draft and just test that my documentation is linking to the documentation page, and if I go back, my call to action is also linking to the documentation page, and it is, where I see my document library and I see just the Word documents I want them to access. So you could create a folder within your documents folder that has got the files that they're allowed to access, and then insert a document library to get at those files. Now let's just go and have a look at that hero on the home page, because hero is a really popular way of visually laying out information. I'm going back to my home page and I'm going to go to the edit tab, edit option. Now if I click on the hero and I go edit web part, basically what you can say is look, I want to see up to 5 layers. You can say I want layers or I want tiles. So this is tiles, 1 tile, 2, 3, 4 tiles. Or layers is 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. So you've got some customizing you can do there. You can also change the layers here to tiles, and you can also change the number of layers here as well. You can easily click on a layer, and using this you could drag it up and down and rearrange your layers. You can easily change a picture just by clicking on a picture and changing the picture and then changing the focal point. Easy peasy. So layers, heroes are very good web parts. You can insert, if I go to here for example, you can insert a hero onto any page. And I'm just looking down here for hero, and if you can't find it, search for hero, and you can insert a hero on any page. But I'll close it. And I'll save it as a draft.